Welcome to How to Speak English Fluently through Lionel Messi's life story, Easy English Practice. Discover the untold story of Lionel Messi, the sacrifices, challenges, and a life-changing decision that shaped the greatest footballer ever. What mystery still lies behind his incredible journey? Chapter 1. The Early Years, A Boy with a Dream. The camera pans over the quiet streets of Rosario. A voice narrates, "This is where legends are born, but no one knew it." In a small house, a boy kicks a worn-out football. His eyes light up with dreams, yet the world remains unaware. What's so special about this boy? The narrator teases, with suspense. Let's uncover a secret that changed football forever, they add. The boy's name, Lionel. But soon, he would become a phenomenon. Lionel was quiet, but the ball was his voice. At just 5, he mesmerized neighbors with impossible footwork. How can someone so small play like this? People whispered. Every step he took on the field told a story. But shadows loomed over his dreams, shadows that threatened his future. His family began to notice something troubling in his growth. Could this end his football journey before it even begins? His parents, Jorge and Celia, watched their son with concern. They saw his talent, but feared for his health. A rare diagnosis shattered the illusion of a carefree childhood. Growth hormone deficiency. 3 words that brought uncertainty and fear. The treatment was expensive, far beyond what they could afford. But Lionel's love for football was unshakable, relentless, and pure. Would they give up everything to keep his dream alive? One evening, Lionel practiced alone under dim streetlights. Neighbors heard the familiar sound of his ball hitting concrete. "He won't stop, no matter what," whispered an old friend. In those moments, his determination sparked something extraordinary. His talent reached the ears of scouts in faraway lands. Could this boy from Rosario be destined for greatness? One call changed everything. FC Barcelona wanted to see him. The family packed their bags and left behind their roots. They stepped into the unknown, chasing a dream in Spain. What awaited them there? Success or heartbreak? The narrator questions. Lionel's tiny frame entered La Masia, Barcelona's famed academy. Whispers began. Is this small boy worth the investment? Nobody knew then that Lionel Messi was rewriting history. But one question lingered. Would his body keep up with his dreams? The screen fades as young Lionel juggles the ball endlessly. The narrator asks, how far can determination take a fragile boy? Hints of future greatness flash, a Ballon d'Or, a World Cup. But first, he must conquer the challenges waiting in Spain. It ends. The audience is left wondering, what will happen next? Chapter 2. Overcoming Challenges, A Family's Sacrifice. The camera focuses on a young boy running in silence. His small frame struggles, but his eyes reveal fierce determination. Behind every dream is a challenge waiting to be conquered. The Messi family gathered in their modest home with heavy hearts. An ominous question hung in the air. What's wrong with Lionel? Doctors delivered the crushing news: a rare growth hormone deficiency. Could this condition end his football dreams before they even began? Lionel's parents, Jorge and Celia, sat in stunned silence. The treatment was costly, far beyond what the family could manage. "How can we save his dream?" whispered a desperate Celia. Every injection was a reminder of the battle he faced. The boy endured pain quietly, never complaining, always holding on to hope. Was this small boy strong enough to fight such odds? Time was running out, and so were their resources. Jorge stared at the family's finances late into the night. "What if we can't afford to save his dream?" he thought. They considered selling their home, leaving everything behind for Lionel's future. The question lingered: would this sacrifice even be worth it? One day, a call arrived from across the Atlantic Ocean. Barcelona offered an opportunity, but only if the family relocated. Could they uproot their lives for an uncertain future? With trembling hands, they packed their lives into a few bags. Tears fell as they said goodbye to family and friends. Rosario's familiar streets faded behind them, replaced by unknown horizons. Would Spain welcome them, or would their sacrifice be in vain? Young Lionel clutched his football, his only constant companion. Everything depended on this one chance, the narrator adds with suspense. The family boarded the plane, carrying hope and fear equally. La Masia was unlike anything Lionel had ever experienced before. The boy struggled to adjust to new routines, language, and culture. Would this be the moment his dreams started to crumble? Coaches saw his talent, but questioned his physical limitations. Whispers echoed: "Is he too small to compete at this level?" But Lionel kept pushing, his passion eclipsing every obstacle in his way. Could sheer determination rewrite the future of football forever? The family's sacrifices began to show small signs of promise. Lionel's skills on the field silenced critics and inspired admiration. Coaches began to whisper, "This boy could change everything." But challenges persisted, both on and off the pitch. The Messi family leaned on each other, their bond unbreakable. Would their unwavering faith in Lionel finally pay off? The answer was still shrouded in uncertainty, keeping everyone guessing. The screen fades to Lionel, training tirelessly under the Spanish sun. The narrator asks, "How much can one family endure for a dream?" Hints of future glory flash. A triumphant World Cup, countless records. But first, they had to overcome the ultimate test of faith. The story leaves viewers on edge. Will Lionel prove the sacrifice worthwhile? Chapter 3. Training with FC Barcelona. A dream comes true. The gates of La Masia creaked open to a new arrival. Lionel Messi, a boy with a ball, stood silently watching. "This is where stars are made or broken," the narrator begins. The coaches whispered among themselves, skeptical of his small stature. How could such a tiny player compete with these giants? But when the ball touched his feet, everything changed instantly. Is this boy destined to rewrite the rules of football? The players circled around, curious about the shy boy from Argentina. His first touch silenced the field, leaving everyone in awe. Who was this kid? One teammate asked, stunned by his skill. The coaches watched closely, their doubts slowly giving way to hope. Could this be the miracle La Masia had been waiting for? Lionel's passes were precise, his movements fluid, his speed unmatched. But deep down he knew this was only the beginning. Off the field, Lionel faced a language he couldn't understand. The other players bonded, but Lionel often sat alone, observing quietly. Would his inability to communicate become his greatest weakness? Every night he called home, his voice filled with longing. "Do I really belong here?" he asked his parents in whispers. His father encouraged him. Focus on the game, not the noise. Lionel decided to let his football do the talking for him. During a practice match, Lionel weaved through defenders effortlessly, like a magician. His teammates stopped, jaws dropping as he scored a breathtaking goal. "How did he do that?" a coach exclaimed, unable to look away. Word spread quickly. "There's a prodigy in La Masia." But greatness attracts jealousy, and some players tried to outshine him. Lionel remained calm, his focus sharper than ever before. Would their efforts to break him only make him stronger? One day, the head coach called Lionel into his office. "You have the talent, but do you have the heart?" he asked. Lionel nodded, his determination burning brighter than ever before. The coach smiled. "Tomorrow, you'll play with the older team." Was this the test that would prove Lionel's worth? The next day, Lionel dominated the field, leaving everyone speechless. "You're not just good, you're extraordinary," the coach finally admitted. A scout from FC Barcelona's first team watched from the sidelines. The scout whispered, "This boy isn't just talented, he's generational." The call came that evening. "We want him in the first team." Lionel's heart raced. His dream was finally becoming a reality. But whispers of doubt remained. Can he handle the pressure of the spotlight? Lionel knew the stakes were high, but he refused to falter. Would this be the moment that defined his legacy forever? The camera zooms in on Lionel, tying his boots for the match. The narrator reflects. A dream realized is only the beginning of a journey. As he steps onto the pitch, the crowd erupts in cheers. Will this quiet boy from Rosario become football's greatest legend? Hints of future triumphs flash. A World Cup victory, global adoration. But for now, his journey with FC Barcelona had just begun. Stay tuned. His next chapter will leave you speechless. The narrator, Chapter 4. The rise to stardom, breaking records. The roar of the Camp Nou echoed across the city. Lionel Messi stood on the sidelines, eyes fixed on the field. Today is the day the world will know his name. The coach nodded, signaling it was time for his debut. Could this be the moment that changes football forever? The boy from Rosario stepped onto the pitch, heart pounding. Would his small frame handle the weight of the world's expectations? Within minutes, Lionel moved like a shadow, unpredictable and unstoppable. Defenders couldn't keep up. Spectators watched in disbelief at his brilliance. "He's just a kid," one commentator exclaimed, "but look at him." The crowd erupted as Lionel scored his first professional goal. Is this the birth of a legend? The narrator wonders aloud. His teammates embraced him, but Lionel's focus remained unshaken. Was this just the beginning of something much bigger? As matches went by, Lionel broke records no one thought possible. The youngest to score in El Clasico, a moment etched in history. How does someone so young dominate against the best? Fans asked. Each goal carried precision, grace, and a hint of magic. Rival players started fearing the name Lionel Messi. "Can anyone stop him?" became the whispered question in every locker room. But with success came pressure, and Lionel felt its weight growing. Cristiano Ronaldo entered the scene, creating football's greatest rivalry. The world watched as two titans clashed, pushing each other further. Who is the greatest of all time? Fans debated endlessly. Messi let his feet answer, shattering records year after year. Another Ballon d'Or, then another, and yet another, silencing his critics. How far can this rivalry take Lionel Messi? The narrator asks. Each match between them felt like a chapter in a larger story. Despite his dominance, Lionel faced challenges that tested his resilience. A missed penalty in a crucial match left him devastated. Is he human after all? The media speculated, stirring controversy. Lionel's response was quiet but powerful. He trained harder than ever. Months later, he delivered a hat trick that stunned the world. Was this his way of rewriting the narrative? The narrator wonders. Every failure became a stepping stone to even greater success. One season, Messi broke the seemingly unbreakable, a record of 91 goals. How is this even possible? Asked commentators. Voices filled with disbelief. Fans called him a genius. Opponents called him unstoppable. But Lionel remained humble, crediting his team for every achievement. Could humility be the secret to his unmatched greatness? His family watched proudly, knowing how far he had come. Would this year define Lionel Messi's place in football history? The camera focuses on Lionel holding yet another Ballon d'Or. The narrator whispers, every record he breaks sets a new impossible standard. As the lights dim, Lionel stands quietly, reflecting on his journey. Is there anything left for him to conquer? The narrator asks. Hints of future battles flash. World Cup glory. A move to new horizons. But his story isn't over. The best is yet to come. The screen fades, leaving viewers eager for the next chapter. Chapter 5. Life Beyond Football. The Man Behind the Legend. The camera pans over a quiet family dinner in Barcelona. Lionel Messi sits at the table, surrounded by laughter and warmth. But who is the man behind the footballing genius? Away from the roaring stadiums, his world seems calm and simple. Yet even in this piece, mysteries about Messi linger. the narrator teases. What drives this quiet, reserved man when the spotlight fades? Let's uncover the secrets of his life beyond football. In the shadow of his fame stands his wife, Antonella. Few know she's been by his side since childhood, the narrator shares. Their love began in Rosario, long before the world knew his name. Is she the anchor to his ever-rising success? Through every victory and defeat, she stood firm, unwavering. Together, they built a life shielded from the chaos of fame. But how does she handle the pressure of being Mrs. Messi? When his first son, Tiago, was born, Messi's life changed forever. On the field, he's unstoppable, but at home, he's a dad. The world's greatest player suddenly faced diapers, sleepless nights, and lullabies. How does he balance the demands of football and fatherhood? His 3 sons often visit the stadium, cheering for their hero. Yet to them, he's just Papa, not a global icon. Could his children become the legacy he cherishes most? Despite his calm exterior, Messi carries the weight of expectation. How does a man handle being called the GOAT every day? Criticism, media scrutiny, and pressure never leave him completely. Is his quiet demeanor a shield for something deeper? Close friends reveal he's thoughtful, reflective, and always striving for balance. Does the weight of his fame ever feel too heavy? His escape? Quiet moments with family and video games at night. Beyond the headlines, Messi supports causes close to his heart. Did you know he funds hospitals and education programs worldwide? The Leo Messi Foundation has changed countless lives over the years. But why does he keep these acts of kindness so private? For Messi, helping others isn't about recognition, but genuine impact. Could this humility be the secret to his lasting greatness? Fans marvel at his generosity, often hidden from public view. Messi's loyalty extends beyond family to lifelong friends and teammates. Few know the bond he shares with players like Xavi and Pique. In his Rosario hometown, he still visits childhood friends regularly. Does his unwavering loyalty explain why he stayed at Barcelona so long? Even after leaving for Paris, he remained close to former teammates. Is this loyalty part of what makes him so beloved? The man behind the legend values connection more than fame. The camera shows Messi tucking his children into bed, smiling softly. Here, away from the roar of crowds, is his true peace. The narrator reflects, Lionel Messi's greatness goes beyond football. It's rooted in humility. As the lights dim, hints of his next chapter flash on screen. Will the man behind the legend leave a legacy beyond the pitch? The final shot lingers on Messi's quiet smile, full of mystery. Stay with us. The story of Lionel Messi is far from over. Chapter 6. The World Cup Triumph, a Nation's Hero. The streets of Buenos Aires were silent, holding their collective breath. Millions watched as Lionel Messi walked onto the World Cup pitch. This is the moment he's waited for his entire life. The camera focuses on his face, calm, yet filled with determination. Can this man carry the hopes of an entire nation The stakes couldn't be higher. Victory or heartbreak for Argentina. Would Messi finally silence the critics who doubted his greatness? Argentina's journey to the World Cup was anything but smooth. A shocking defeat in the group stage rattled the entire nation. Is this how Messi's last World Cup will end? But the team rallied, inspired by their captain's unshakable spirit. Each match brought moments of brilliance and unbearable tension. Would Messi's genius be enough to lead them to glory? As they reached the final, hope burned brighter than ever before. The opposing team was strong, their reputation intimidating. Messi stepped onto the pitch, carrying the weight of history. The pressure was immense. Could he rise to the occasion? The game began, and Messi's magic lit up the field. He scored, and the stadium erupted in a mix of emotions. But would this goal be enough to secure the victory? Every minute felt like a lifetime as the match intensified. The opposing team equalized, plunging fans into agony and disbelief. Could this dream slip away at the last possible moment? Messi rallied his teammates, refusing to let despair take over. In extra time, his leadership and skill created another crucial goal. Is this the moment Argentina's 36-year drought finally ends? But once again, the opposing team fought back to equalize. Would it all come down to the dreaded penalty shootout? As the players lined up, silence fell over the stadium. Messi stepped forward first, his calmness masking unimaginable pressure. The world watched as he took the most important shot. His penalty was perfect, igniting hope across the Argentine crowd. Each save and goal brought fans closer to the edge of their seats. Could this be the moment Argentina finally reclaims its glory? When the final penalty was saved, the crowd erupted in tears. Messi fell to his knees, overwhelmed by the weight of emotion. His teammates surrounded him, hoisting him into the air triumphantly. Argentina's son had delivered the moment they dreamed of for decades. The World Cup trophy gleamed as Messi lifted it high. This was not just a victory, it was destiny fulfilled. The streets of Argentina turned into seas of jubilant celebration. Would this be the crowning moment of Messi's legendary career? Messi returned to Argentina, greeted by millions lining the streets. This victory was more than football. It was a symbol of hope. His humility shone as he thanked his teammates and fans. He never claimed the spotlight, always sharing it with his nation. For Argentina, Messi wasn't just a player. He was their hero. Could this be the moment he secures his place in eternity? But the narrator leaves a question. What's next for Lionel Messi? The camera lingers on Messi, holding the World Cup trophy tightly. The narrator reflects. This was his greatest triumph, but not his last. Hints of new challenges flash, family moments, new clubs, and legacy building. The story of Lionel Messi continues, but this chapter is immortal. The final image fades to black, leaving viewers inspired and emotional. Will Lionel Messi ever stop surprising the world? The narrator asks. The video ends, leaving audiences longing for the next chapter. Chapter 7. The Twist, a Life-Changing Decision. The stadium lights dimmed as Messi waved goodbye to his fans. A hush fell over the crowd. This wasn't a typical farewell. What was next for the greatest player the world had known? Rumors swirled. Retirement, coaching, or perhaps something completely unexpected. But no one was ready for the decision Lionel Messi would make. The camera lingers on his silhouette, walking into the unknown. Could this be the moment that changes football forever? Messi called a press conference, his voice steady but emotional. "I have decided to leave the club that shaped my career." Gasps filled the room. Disbelief spread like wildfire among fans. Why would he walk away from the team he built? The whispers turned to speculation. Is this about money or legacy? But Messi's reasons remained shrouded in mystery, sparking global curiosity. Could this decision redefine not just his career but his life? After decades at FC Barcelona, Messi turned his eyes westward. The football world held its breath. Where is he going next? Then the announcement came. Enter Miami in the United States. Why leave Europe's elite leagues for the unknown in America? Critics scoffed, calling it a step down for the legend. But Messi's move wasn't about trophies. It was something deeper, personal. Was this a quiet rebellion against expectations, or a bold new beginning? In Miami, Messi faced an entirely new environment and lifestyle. Would he adapt to a league so different from Europe's intensity? He embraced the challenge, his humility shining through every interview. Learning a new culture, language, and style wasn't easy for him. But Messi's presence elevated the league, drawing global attention overnight. Could this move ignite a revolution in American soccer? The question lingered. What was Messi's true purpose behind this bold step? Behind the decision lay a quieter, more personal motivation. Messi wanted his children to grow up in a simpler environment. The pressures of European football left little time for family moments. In Miami, he found the balance he'd always longed for. Was this the first time Lionel Messi truly put family first? Antonella and the kids thrived, embracing their new life in the U.S. Could this be Messi's most important legacy? Not football, but family? Messi's presence in the MLS turned it into a global sensation. Fans flocked to games. Tickets sold out within minutes everywhere. He wasn't just a player, he was a movement, a phenomenon. Young American players called him their idol, their ultimate inspiration. Could this move redefine the way the world views American soccer? Even critics admitted, Messi has done the impossible once again. Was this his plan all along? To leave an indelible mark worldwide? In interviews, Messi hinted at future projects far beyond football. Would he step into philanthropy, coaching, or even team ownership? Fans speculated about a deeper purpose behind his life-changing decision. Was this a strategic step towards something greater than the game? Messi's journey in Miami seemed to mark the beginning of a new era. But what surprises does he still have in store for the world? The man who defined football was now rewriting its rules. The camera pans to Messi, standing on Miami's sunlit pitch. The narrator reflects. Lionel Messi's story is one of endless reinvention. As fans chant his name, Messi smiles, a mix of peace and ambition. Is this the end of his footballing journey, or a rebirth? Hints of future endeavors flash: coaching, global philanthropy, inspiring the next generation. But one thing is certain: Lionel Messi is far from finished. The screen fades, leaving viewers wondering, what will he conquer next? How does a boy from Rosario become the world's greatest footballer? Behind Lionel Messi's brilliance lies a twist, a decision that changed everything. What could it mean for his legacy? In our next video, you'll see how a 55-year-old ex-footballer mastered English while rising in North American coaching. Discover Ricardo's inspiring journey and the shocking twist that changed everything.